What's going on, guys? I'm looking at the news over here on TMZ, and it's reported that the Mets, Darwin Encarnacion, I can't pronounce that name. Encarnacion, I guess that's how you would pronounce it, or something like that. Sorry if I butchered it, but he is reported dead today. And I did a little more research. So the first point I want to make here is the date 6/16. And if you're new to this channel, I speak about gematria. And, we talk about in this community, letters and numbers and how things to numerical values and how they're paired up with dates on the calendar. So if you don't know what gematria is, you probably should research it before watching videos like this. But we often talk about these dates that roll around every month. They have the 6444 day. And what does that usually mean? Well, the thing is if you've followed this research for any amount of time, you would know certain words sum to 64, 44, 28. And there's always a date that has that numerology. So there's a few words that sum to that stuff, to those numbers, equate to those numbers. But the main thing I want to point out here is, okay, so I went digging a little deeper, and it says this dude was born on March 31st. And what's interesting is from March 31st to today, which is Thursday, is a span of 77 days. And the guy's name, his first name, Darwin, is 77. So let me just type it out so you guys can see, because I'm not going to make a big post about this. I'm just going to show you a few little connections that I thought were pretty interesting and strange to be a coincidence. But so when you flip the alphabet around, you got Z is 1 all the way up to A is 26. Pretty simple, right? And then, regular ABC 1, 2, 3. You got numerology, same thing, ABC 1, 2, 3. Backwards with numerology. But if you don't know what you're looking at, you probably might want to research it for a little bit. And the point is it's 77 days after his birthday. His name's 77. And just doing a little more digging, if you go on Google over here, it says that he died in a car accident. And he was 21. So there's obviously pictures and stuff. But what is interesting is I clicked into this article over here. And it says that he died in the Dominican Republic on Wednesday. So we're hearing about the news today, Thursday. But if you take what the article is saying over here and you say, okay, you make it 6/15 and you measure from his birthday to Wednesday, it is 2 months and 16 days. You can see it clear as day right there, 2/16. And what do you think car accident equates to in gematria? 2/16. So again, I don't know how much of this stuff is organic or if it's being set up or what is going on. But yeah, you start seeing things like this and it makes you kind of wonder, what is going on. So what is going on? And it's pretty interesting too. If you go back a day, it's 200 days left in the year. His last name, it does sum to 200. His full name, from what Google is saying, is 97. Last name's 97, the 25th prime number. And there's a lot of stuff associated with those numbers. So, 97, 25, like I was saying. You got words like death, RIP, 25, 38, you know, things like that, you know. Murder. Oh, if I spelled it right. Murder. Murder is 83, not 25. But these words that are associated with, you know, killing and things of that nature, they all have some sort of numerical value that sort of synchronizes with other words and whatnot. And I just thought it was pretty interesting that, you know, we get the story today and this happened yesterday. And yeah, you know, 216 and pretty interesting. Pretty interesting too that he did play for the New York Mets. New York Mets is, 39. Today, the 16th, leaves 167 days left in the year. And 167 is the 39th prime number. So you got that connection. And I believe if you include the end date, it becomes 11 weeks in one day. So there it is. 11 weeks, one day. And again, you know, ABC 123, New York. So 111. And I'm just doing this kind of on the fly. I didn't really bother researching it too much more than just seeing that. And again, just because the numbers are matching up, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what's going on, but it should give you something to think about. Like, what are the odds, basically, is the point of this channel. It's not really... The channel is not here to try to persuade you to believe that that's exactly what's going on. Again, you know, I have mixed feelings about all this stuff, you know. So I do think that, to some degree, this is what is going on. Because again, you know, how the odds are astronomical for all this stuff to sync up like that. Especially 216 and, you know, all this stuff, 111, 39, you got the 77, it is actually really interesting. And, yeah, that's all I really got to say about this. Yeah, 216 and 111. Huh. All right, guys. Yeah, so I guess that would be the celebrity death for the day. And I'm pretty sure there'll be other things in the news. You know, that's usually how they do it. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a 39-year-old death in the news or something like that, a prime number relationship, or, a 44-year-old or something along those lines. So, yeah, gematria. Definitely look into it a little more because there is definitely rhyme and reason to it all. And, yeah.